Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we are going to be exploring probably the best sort of new instance that they have added in Season of Discovery, being the burning of Andorhal here. And this is a part of the Paladin quest line when you get your Truth Bearer. And I wanted to revisit it, go in here, and show you just everything that lore-wise, its significance, and a lot of the small details that went into this. Because, like I said, this is one of the coolest instances they have done. Compared to like the Druid quest line or the Mage quest line, this Paladin one just blows it absolutely out of the water. So just really awesome stuff to see. And as far as time goes, if you're a Druid or Mage, it's pretty nice because you get your stuff really quickly. But if you're Paladin, you got to go through all this lengthy lore. But it's a really beautiful story, so I wanted to focus on that. So we start off here and we enter the city. During the quest, you're disguised as a ghoul, and we look right here, and we have Balador the Bright. So he is one of the champions of the light. There's no flavor text with him when you walk on him right now. However, there are multiple champions here that we will go and see and talk about some more awesome flavor text as well. So we are going to go down there right now, and I'm going to show you what they have to say because it is pretty cool. So we're going to come over here, and the first one we're going to see is Galavid the Dire. But first we have to deal with these undead scourge here. This is Gavinrad the Dire. He stood shoulder to shoulder with our Lord Uther the day he took his oath and became the first paladin in the Order of the Knights of the Silver Hand. He was a legendary figure and an inspiration to us all. So rest in peace, Galavid the Dire. Galvanrad the Dire. There, I pronounced that properly. Now let's go onward to the next little Easter egg and thing I want to show you. Now this is probably the coolest Easter egg there is. The next ones are going to be aesthetically Easter eggs, but when we come all the way over here, I'm going to have to rally all these guys and slay them to look at Sage Truthbringer right there. And his stuff is really, really awesome, and just some of the finest details you've seen in WoW that I've seen in a while, and just how they take someone so small and make them such a major part in the lore and story. It's just masterclass in my opinion. But we're gonna get to him in a second here. Just gotta finish off these hungry dead. Now that we have cleansed them, we're gonna go to Sage Truthbearer right here. So when we get up here, we get the little flavor text that says, "My dear friend Gregory." So this is Gregory in life. He preferred the sage moniker that our brothers lovingly bestowed upon him due to his profound and wisdom. As much as it pains me, I'm glad I could be with him here in the end, even if it wasn't truly to be the end for him. So that's from Aonos's perspective there, and he's happy that he got to be here in the end for Gregory, even though, Gregory becomes the first undead paladin. So those are the three champions of truth and light that we can visit and see here. Now in the next part, then I think this is some of the most aesthetically pleasing visuals here in WoW. They did a really good job with these. So I'm going to go around here real quick. A little funny thing is if you go out of bounds in this instance, it will a little bronze whelpling will pick you up and teleport you all the way back like that. And I think that is just so cool and pretty awesome. So what's really cool is like the small details. So like you see these Andorhal militia or defensemen just here fighting ghouls. Like you can't target any of them. They're just here fighting to the death, and it's really cool. It adds a lot of aesthetic to this place. And now we're coming up on what I wanted to show you guys. Like I said, so this is where Uther dies in the Lich King. And a really fun fact is while you're here doing the quest, you can get hit by the Lich King. He becomes targetable for a brief moment, and if you hit him, he will one-shot you and just absolutely slay you. So it's just a funny little tidbit of information right there. If you chase after him, he does become targetable, and you just see a trail of corpses along the way that he has left. Then when we come up here, we get to look at what is really, really cool. And this is all the buildings, like the actual burning of Andorhal. We have a ghoul right here who is literally using a consumed corpse. Like, he's literally using the undead racial here, just eating a corpse, and it's these little small details that just make this so awesome, and just a story that has captivated me. And so we're right here and just strolling through this farmland, and what's even cooler is when we go back to the live server, you can see these buildings here burnt and still scorched to this day. So just really cool little small details that add to this scene right here, and just it really makes you feel like Andorhal is burning, because as you can see all around us, it is doing exactly that, burning. But this is sort of all the cool stuff that I have found. You see Andorhal farmers, Andorhal residents, Andorhal militia out here fighting the undead. These are ones that we actually could interfere with if we wanted to, but just something that's really cool to see, and these finer details. And it's a shame that, like, the quest doesn't, like, detour you over here to look at it, because I missed it myself coming through here. Same with Gregory's body and a few other things, but really cool stuff. And now I want to switch it over here to the pages for each of our 3 champions of the light to go ahead and read them and give you guys a nice little background in the lore and where they originated in Warcraft 3. So really cool to do that. So I'm gonna head over there and do that as soon as we finish these pesky undead. They just don't stop coming. I see why Andorhal is burning. So anyway, we are now going to switch it over, and I'm going to read you these awesome little tidbits of information. So the first one is Balador the Bright. As it says, Balador was a small human, but bulky and well muscled. Though a quiet man, he nevertheless still commanded the attention of others. His brown hair was kept in a long ponytail, and his brown eyes were kind. However, when he spoke, a rich baritone could undoubtedly either entrance women or command men. Balador was a quiet man when he was away from the battlefield, but was confident and commanding when fighting. He cut his teeth in the Second War and fought Arthas in the Third. Though he survived his encounter with Arthas in Andorhal, he failed to save Uther the Lightbringer from Arthas's blade, and this knowledge haunts him and drives him in battle, as he commands his troops and puts himself in the middle of the battlefield in each battle. Whether regardless if he needs to or not, he searches out the command of the enemy that attempts to take him or her down eventually. So very interesting that they say that, and he never appears again, but he is dead. So as we saw, his body is here, and looking at Andorhal, he is dead. So a little difference with the lore, but Sod lore is very new, and this page is probably very old. So Gavinrad the Dyer, it says he's a human paladin and member of the Silver Hand. Galvanrad was the leader of the Champions of Peace and guarded a graveyard near Andorhal in Eastwald, where the corpse of KT resided. Galvanrad confronted Arthas to prevent him from taking the Necromancer's reign, but failed, was killed, and his soul was absorbed into Frostmourne. He says, "Arthas, stop this madness before it's too late." Then when you kill him, he says, "I can't believe that we ever called you brother. I knew it was a mistake to accept a spoiled prince into our order. You made a mockery of the Silver Hand." So here is the Sage Truthbearer from Warcraft 3, who obviously is Gregory, and just here's a little bit of tidbit of lore. So Sage Truthbearer was a paladin protecting King Tyrannus' urn alongside Uther and Balador the Bright. He and his champions of truth were slain by Arthas and Andorhal. He says, "Light have mercy on you. Your betrayal has broken Uther's heart, boy. He would have given his life for yours in a second, and this is how you repay his loyalty." So just really awesome stuff. And then obviously with Season of Discovery, we dive into this storyline, the entire thing. But I think it's just awesome how they take such like characters that were essentially just like campaign plots and things that got thrown away, and they turn it into such a beautiful, amazing long story. And that is what we really see here with the burning of Andorhal and these characters and the entire story of Gregory. But anyway, just wanted to go over this and show off one of the coolest instances that has ever been added to Season of Discovery. So I hope you appreciate this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes, you.
Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.